it's kind of cool. Thinking back to February, I remember the first conversation we had was you were going to pay in full. You were worried. You're like, I don't know if I'll make the money back. Right. I remember that
Yes.
being kind of like the
Yes.
certainty that you had. I'm like, I promise you, you'll pay the program off in month one,
Yeah.
So, I'm happy that happened, obviously.
Yes.
But what I was actually going towards is like, I know you were working with someone before. We never want to name
Mhm.
names, but like, what do you think was like some of the core differences from the previous
Okay.
agency and like,
So
you know,
there were quite a few, and as you said, I was more worried whether I'll get my money back. That was the first question, and the way we were doing at that time was with the previous agency. I told them I'm new
Mhm.
in here. This is the rate. So the ongoing rate was $10 in the city per unit for Botox.
Yeah.
And I said I'm doing a little bit less than that, and I'm not getting too many. So
Mhm.
they said, okay, let's drop the price a little bit more. We'll do $67 for 10 units, and then you charge the regular price after that.
Mhm.
Um, and and that did bring a lot of clients in, but the problem was the clients who came in uh, came with their $67 in cash. These are my 67 with $2 in
Right.
coins.
Right.
This is my shit. These are the $67 what I booked for.
A
Give me
tuning.
whatever Botox fits in. Those are real time wasters for me.
Mhm.
I did not make anything out of them. I wasted my time and energy on that.
Right.
And
It's hard to
that's
upsell
where
from
the
67.
yeah, 67, it doesn't work. I
Yeah.
shouldn't. I would rather not have them.
Yeah.
Um, you know,
That's not even worth your hourly rate as a
yes,
specialist, right?
yes.
Yeah.
On top of that, I'm spending my Botox and sort of money on advertising,
Of course.
and I'm not. I was actually funding for the treatment, and and the way you said, okay, this is what the rates are. Let's bump up the price.
Right.
Let's bump up the minimum units,
Yeah.
so you get something out of, even if they come with
Just that.
there's 159, even if they come with that minimum amount, you still will make something out of them.
Right.
And those were the people who actually were good. So the ones who were big figures, so
Mhm.
who wanted 30, 40 units of Botox. Firstly, they didn't come thinking that I'm a crap
Right.
because I'm doing it for 67.
Which is
So
a
they
crazy
didn't turn up
deal.
in the
It's a
first place.
crazy deal, by the way.
Yeah. And when we started doing the way you suggested,
Yeah.
we got the cream. So, and those were the ones who wanted to come back again.
Right.
So they kept coming back after
Yeah.
after finishing, even like after one treatment.
Yep.
Plus, if they come for 20 units, some would go stick with 20 units, but some would go for 40, 50 units.
Yeah.
And that's where I really made
I like that.
the proper money out of it.
Yeah, and that's what I tell people. It's like, it always seems like you want to go the lowest in the market. Like, I want to do cheaper than their units, but sometimes it's like pricing it at a point that's a good enough offer for them, but it puts in their head that there's still chance for me to upsell, right? Because if it's $50 or $67, it's like, I don't want to upsell to $500 worth of units, right?
Yeah.
But if you're already close to 200, then it's like, oh, I'll take the extra 30 units. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then that mindset just filters out and gets, like you said, more people who want to keep coming
It filters out those whom you don't really want to see in your clinic, not the one who want just the lowest price. And the minimum number. Actually, 10 units doesn't do anything for me. Neither they get the results. They're not happy with the results. They feel that they've wasted even their $67. They feel wasted. I feel they've wasted my time and not done anything.
It's a lose-lose.
Lose-lose.
It's a lose-lose. Yeah, so that was the biggest change.
You said 10 leads a day, easy 10 leads a day. I was not even worried about getting those 10 leads a day. My problem was whether those will actually come in the clinic or just click and then no show. And then you suggested few differences to do for no shows, and that did work out quite well as well. So
that's really good. Dude,
that was a good thing as well. Then the other difference between the other agency was contacting you back. I wasn't getting replies back from other agency, while with you, it was if I don't contact you, you were behind me. Okay,
Yeah.
what happened? You didn't reply back. I mean,
Yeah.
you didn't call us.
Yeah.
What's going on? This is your figure. These are the figures analysis for this month. What's going on? And the numbers as well. Numbers were quite good.
Yep.
So we made like 15 a month
Right.
for the first 3 months.
Yep. Which
And
is
it was
actually
going
a
up
great
from there.
advertising from if you're spending what 1,500, I think you're spending in ads, right?
1,000 for ads.
So 1,000 in ads,
1,000
15K
for ads. Yes.
right? So
And
you were-
15K.
your ROI there was, like your return on advertising, right?
Yes.
Was really high. And like you said, if they're coming back, then you could quantify that it's even more in the back end,
Yes.
right? So yeah, that was like one of the things for me. It's like I've had clinics come into the program and do 40K, 50K a month one. But for me, with you only spending $1,000 in ads, it was more so the ratio that was
Yes.
is big, right?
Ratio was big.
The ratio is big. So I'm happy to see that. So it was 15K a month. And so yeah, you guys were hovering around about 45K
For the first 3 months. We
the
crossed
first 3
45K.
yeah,
First 3
well,
months.
definitely pay for the
We-
program.
Yes. We crossed it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what was also happening was then some of them said, okay, let's try the fillers. You do fillers as well.
Mm.
We like the Botox. I think about 40 Google reviews
Wow.
or 30 Google reviews in 3 months.
Right.
And 100% 5-star. Not a single.
I didn't think of that. That doesn't cross my mind, but that matters, right? That definitely
Yes,
matters.
that does matter. And on the Facebook ad, there were lots of reviews.
Yeah.
Okay, I went here. It's really a good service, kind of thing. They were like unlimited on that.
That's good. That's really good. I can't believe that. 30, I'll be honest, I don't think I've seen that. 30 Google reviews, 5-star. That's
30
pretty
Google
incredible. But you got to think, that's not just us, though. That's you as an injector, right? So,
They were happy with us. Yeah, they were happy with us as well.
yeah.
Right from the beginning, they were like from the booking process itself.
Yeah.
Everything went very smooth.
Because it's every step. It's not just the injection, it's how they got brought into the funnel,
Yes.
right? The way you set up the landing
Yes.
pages, that aesthetic
Yes.
matters as well,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I remember looking at the landing pages that you guys were running with the previous company before, and it's like, if it looks cheap, then it feels cheap, then
Yes.
you get cheap people.
Yes.
So everything matters, right?
Yes.
So what I was going to ask is, a good question that I actually have is, how can we make the product better? Right? Like, we know we can get the leads, we know we can get the appointments, but like, if you had to say like, there's one thing that you could change to make it even better, like product wise, I don't know.
I don't know.
These are like my favorite calls because, I'm always talking to people just like you when I'm on the demo, and I'm like, they're always like, will it be worth it? I'm going to pay in full. I'm going to pay for the program, but will I get my money back? Will it be worth it? Like, I mean, I guess from you, like, what's your recommendation to someone who's thinking like, should I pull the trigger?
Absolutely. Definitely, we should. Everyone there has to be some kind of advertisement unless you're well established in the game and everyone knows you well in advance. Especially you can get some new people who have never done it, but you want also those who come regularly.
Mm-hmm.
The clients who are regular, they build up the clinic more efficiently. And they will not leave and people I see keep switching to new clinics if they find something new.
True. Yeah. I mean, that's a test to how good you are as an injector on top of some of the things you guys are doing at house, because you can get the clients, but you got to keep them too. Right?
Yeah, keep them too is also a thing.
Yep.
But at least to get them first, to let them know how you are, you should be able to get them to you. So
you got to advertise.
that's where advertisement is essential. I think.
We advertise to get med spa owners, just like I tell med spa owners, you guys got to advertise to get clients, right? And this is more so talking to the people like, I talk to so many med spa owners a day, right? And it's like brand new injectors, 0 clients, and they're like, I don't want to advertise, right? And it's like, well, I don't know what you're going to do to start because it's competitive. Botox is
Yes,
competitive.
it's very competitive. And if you don't advertise, the overheads are still there. Your clinic overhead, it's
Yeah.
still there.
Yeah.
You're going to pay for the rent, you're going to pay for everything, and you
Yeah.
might just sit there and
Yeah.
pay for the rent out of your pocket, or
Yeah.
you might pay a little bit more in advertising
Yeah.
and you'll get everything back.
Yep. You don't do advertising until it catches up and it forces you to do the advertising, right? And then it's the cool thing about it is, like you said, like you can do it for 3 months and then you can turn it off and you can still reap the benefits and maybe turn it back on in the future to scale up the books even more.
And I'm going to turn it on back on again.
Yeah.
At some point. The other thing I forgot to mention, difference between other agency and yours, was training the guys. I did not believe, before I met you, I did not believe the price that you set up is something that is achievable.
I remember us arguing about that.
And you said on the first, this is achievable.
Yeah.
It's nothing, we've done it so many times, but I did not believe it was achievable.
Yeah.
But yes, when I did it for 3 months, it was absolutely easy.
It's achievable. Yeah. You just got to target the right people who are already ready for that price. You know, that's awesome. I'm glad that you broke that limiting belief. And in the future, you'll be saying, "Oh, we're doing 500 for right? You can raise the price, and it's all sales and coaching, right? And
and the way you said, okay, we should probably, if then they are not missing the appointments, we should go with the Stripe, like just take a small deposit.
20 bucks.
But $20 you said, but it's not even, I didn't think that even someone will pay $20 before knowing me. But yes, when you train the staff, it did work out. And
it does.
If they don't come in, they lose their $20. They're wasting my time. I'm sitting there for them. They should at least get that much.
It increases your show rate a lot, because I know you guys were dealing with the show rate issue before, right? And honestly, $20 doesn't sound like a lot, but it's more so they just have some skin in the game, and that's just enough skin for them to show up. At least that's all we want, right? So
once they come in, I have hardly seen like anyone going out without a treatment once they enter the clinic. But it's just entering the clinic, which was